So earlier this week, I had the privilege of getting to help out at a kids camp in Sky Ranch for my church. We do this every year, and it was 4 days long. This was the first time I've actually volunteered. I went there as a kid 4 years ago when I was in sixth grade, going into seventh, and it was really different to be able to volunteer. It gave me a whole new perspective, and I just kind of want to share what it was like leading worship for these kids because I was part of the worship team for this camp. From day one, whenever we showed up, I could tell it was going to be a great time. To be able to lead these kids is something I haven't really done a lot before. I have played in the band in the kids wing at my church a couple times, but this was different. It was a trip, and it was just really awesome. Before I get too into details, I want to give a shout out to the band. There were four of us. It was me, and then Lindsay was the main worship leader pretty much. She played keys for a lot of it, and she did a really good job. She led singing most of the songs and did great. Ella planned everything. She set up all the chords and speakers and microphones and everything like that. She picked all the songs and stuff, and she played electric guitar and did a really good job. Parker played acoustic guitar, and he is just an awesome guitar player. And he's also really good at drums and keyboard, so multi-talented in terms of musical instruments. But he just did an amazing job on guitar. It was four of us, and I was playing cajon, which is like a little box drum you sit on and play, and singing background harmony vocals for a lot of the songs. And like I said, day one, first worship set, I knew it was special. Like these kids, they can worship wholeheartedly. They may be a little nervous too in main service with the adults, but when they were at camp, they just had their hands in the air. They were singing loud. They were standing up. They were enjoying their time worshiping God, and it was really cool to see that and get to lead that. We did it 2 times a day, so there was a morning worship set and an evening, and the space that we were in was like I don't know, like 20 by 30 feet big. It was a really small area. There were like 28 kids, I think, and some leaders in the back. And so it was kind of a small space to lead worship, but it was really cool. And there were a lot of special moments where kids were just pouring their heart out to God. It was really cool to see kids do that. And these were like real worship sets, like the long songs that kids typically probably wouldn't want to sit through the whole time. They were they were worshiping, and not a single one of them looked bored during it. And I'm just really grateful that God gave me this opportunity to get to lead these kids because this was really fulfilling for me. And I think I learned a lot through this experience. First of all, I learned that worship can be really powerful when we're with other people, more so than when there are lights and loud music. Because, like, lights and loud music, yeah, they're cool, but that's not really what worship is. The worship is more of what's in the heart. And so those can even be a distraction. But we were in a very simple space, uh, you know, four instruments, like no fancy lights, just really simple band leading worship, and the kids loved it, and it was a really powerful time. And it wasn't necessarily super structured. Like if the children's director wanted us to play an extra song or repeat something, we would. Sometimes it would just be completely spontaneous, and we would just keep repeating a part of the song because the moment was just so powerful. And it was really cool to see God glorified through the lives of these kids this week. It was just awesome to see them grow and lives be changed. Another thing I learned is that just because they're kids doesn't mean that they can't worship. Now, they were worshiping, like I said, wholeheartedly, like hands in the air, singing out to God, crying out to God. It was just really cool to see kids like ages like 9 through 12 doing that. It was just powerful and kind of gave me some personal conviction of like, these are kids worshiping God with their whole heart. Shouldn't we be able to as well? It brought me so much joy to lead worship, especially for these kids. It made me so fulfilled knowing that it was for God's purpose and that God was working in their lives. It was just really powerful, really cool to see. And I think through this, God kind of confirmed to me that I'm called to ministry in the form of worship, and it's just something that really brings me a lot of joy, and getting to do it for God is just awesome. And at the camp, multiple kids got saved, not because of what I did, not because of what the band did, but because of what God did. And it was just really powerful to get to be there and be a part of the moment. And it was just an amazing experience, and I'm so grateful that God gave me the chance to be there. So if there's one thing that I want you to take away from this video watching today, if you feel called, don't hesitate to use your talents for God. Now, I know that might be like, oh well, yeah, of course, like God gave me my talents for a reason. But like, if God gave you a gift, you're called to use it for His glory. You're not called to use it for personal gain as much as you are for God's glory. Even if you may doubt it at first or not want to do it, in the end, God has a plan to use your gifts and your talents for Him in ways that you could never imagine. So don't hesitate to use your gifts for God. So thank you for watching this video today. I know it was kind of short. I'm going to try to do more sit down talk videos like this. But yeah, that's all for now. Yeah, again, big shout out to the band. Thank you guys so much. Couldn't have done it without you. And of course, thanks to God. Thank you for watching, and God bless you all. Have a good day.